All right, y'all. We are going to be talking about what in the world is happening with Bitcoin right now because we had some news come out. We had a pretty significant drop to the downside, and now we're starting to consolidate. And so I want to go over some potential scenarios that we can be looking for when it comes to the price action as we head into this weekend. So make sure to like the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. As you can see, I am currently in a long position because we did bounce from the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. And something very interesting about this move to the downside that we have gotten over the past few hours is that although the moves are happening very, very fast, the levels are being respected to the dollar. Okay, you can see that when we came down here, we actually had a few bounces, right? We actually did wick down. If we go to the 1 minute time frame, we can see that on the way down, we did get a nice bounce up about 1.5%, and now we have gotten another move up from this low of about 1.5%. And so these are actually two trades that we were able to take. This was the long trade that I gave the setup for yesterday over in the VIP Discord, where we were looking to come down to this 4-hour level right here. And you can see that we bounced literally exactly from that 4-hour level. And then, of course, where are we bouncing from right now? We are bouncing from the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. So we can see that this morning, before we hit that golden pocket, that it was the next level of support on the chart. And so these levels are being respected very, very nicely, which is encouraging because a lot of people get discouraged when price moves very fast. Here's the thing. If we can have a plan in advance, then we can actually take these trades even if we're getting very, very fast moves. If you do want to join the VIP Discord, by the way, where we post the analysis as well as potential trade setups, it's an analysis group, guys, not a signals group. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. We do multiple live streams a week, video updates, as well as just a really good group of, in my opinion, expert traders posting the most professional technical analysis and trade setups that I have ever seen. So, what is going on with Bitcoin? Well, as we mentioned before, we are getting a bounce from a very key level, which is this, the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from the last low that we put in here on October 2nd to the high that we put in a few days ago. Okay, now I'm currently still short. You can see that I've added to my short, but I am short from the level that we were looking at taking out this high. Also, we were looking at shorting this in the VIP Discord. So that did play out very nicely. And the reason why this is such a key area of support is because I do see the potential here that we are going to be forming some kind of very large rounded bottom right here. When we look at these higher term time frames, like the daily, I want to bring something out, okay? We have been trading pretty much in this very clearly defined sideways range right here. Besides that large move to the upside, right? Besides this anomaly that we had to the upside here, we have been having a very, very clear area of resistance and support at around 20.4 to 20.6. We can see that this zone is a support resistance flip just in general here. And this has been our resistance. But every time we come in now to make a low, first we were making lower lows, and now we have been consistently making higher lows. And so this actually makes me very, very interested in potentially getting into a larger long position from this area between the 19.2 and the 19.4K area. Why is that? Well, if we take a look at this chart, we can see that if we look at the volume that we traded in this entire little chunk of price action right here, that we have that high volume node coming in. Actually, let me go down to a lower time frame to see this more accurately. We have this high volume node coming in right around that area where we have the 786, right? And so this zone right here where we have the golden pocket and the 786 and that high volume node is the area where we could potentially come in and put in another higher low and then get a move to the upside. So a lot of people are like, Jason, why are you so bullish right now? Well, the reason I am so bullish right now is because if we look at the daily time frame, okay, we see that we did put in a bullish divergence, okay, a bullish divergence down at the low right here, right? We came down, and when we put in the bottom of what potentially could be, right? We're looking at this as a potential rounded bottom here. When we came in and put in that low, we had a bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Okay, this is a very powerful signal. And then since that time, we've seen momentum and money flow continue to rise on the daily time frame. Now, I'm looking for something like this to potentially happen here, where we get a retracement, and then we print another green dot in the daily for continued upside, maybe putting in a momentum wave higher than the previous momentum wave that we had right here, right? That is a potential bullish scenario that I am looking at trading right now. Of course, we have to also understand, and I made a video about this yesterday, that although this is a very large range that we are trading right here, we also have a smaller range that we are trading right here, and then an even smaller one that we were trading right here. And so we did come up to resistance, right? We came up to an area of resistance, and so this is pretty much the make it or break it moment. Are we going to find support and put in a higher low, or are we now going to change market structure and start to put in lower lows? And if we do, then this idea pretty much becomes invalidated, the idea that I'm looking at, in which case then we would look for support down here. And if not, we would look for support down here. And if not, I would actually look to break this range to the downside and get a lot of follow through, because typically, at least since November, as long as we've been in this downtrend, we can see that every single range that we put in has big follow through, like 20 to 30% follow through to the downside if we lose it. So I think it's important also that we take a look at the S&P 500. Now, the S&P 500 right now is actually doing something which is actually a little bit bullish, right? So if we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, we can even take a look at the daily time frame here, and see that today, when the S&P 500 opened up, we gapped to the downside, and what we did is we actually filled this gap that we had from October 3rd, and now potentially we are getting a bounce after filling that gap. And if that's true, potentially we might come up and fill the gap from yesterday. We'll have to see how the day closes, right? If the week actually will close bullish, then I actually do think we could see Bitcoin get more of a follow-up move to the upside over the weekend, which would be very, very interesting. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But either way, we are at key areas of support. Now, if you want to learn how to trade this way, if you want to learn how to have a plan in advance so that even in the midst of crazy volatility, right, you already know the exact level that you are looking to potentially take a long trade from, like this scalp that I took this morning for a 1.5% move literally in minutes, you could check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, because it gives you that blueprint to have that point A to point B system so that you always know where you're looking to take your next trade, so you can always stay one step ahead of the market, so that you can stop FOMOing and chasing with emotion, but actually having a strategy in advance and then executing when the time is right. Also, if you want to learn how to use an order flow chart like this, you can check out the advanced course at learn.jasoncaspertrading.com. Me and Boyan from the VIP Discord put this together. There is a free intro in here you could watch for free. It'll pretty much explain everything about what you're looking at in Exocharts. That's it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, and I will see everybody in the next video. Have a great weekend. Peace, y'all.